Hello and welcome to Penn Tarot. If you'd like to skip the intro, please have a look at the comment section for your corresponding time steps. I'd like to start this upload with a thank you to you for clicking on Penn Tarot and joining me for this reading, a general energies reading, a check-in and what's going on with you. And I'd also like to wish my daughter a very happy birthday. 1st of March. Happy birthday, my girl. Love you very much. We'll be doing a 4-card reading today. It's a timeless reading. I read for current energy, but I do believe that everybody is on a different clock. And I also believe it's how we deal with the lessons that appear in our lives that influence that clock. And I also always have the intention of love behind every reading, because I believe that we are motivated by love. Everything we do is motivated by the love we want to give and the love we want to receive. At the end of the day, I do a reading for introspection, because once we learn our own value and how to manage, let's say, the chaos and change that's constantly happening around us, that's when we truly find freedom and peace. And I think ultimately love. And those are the things that we yearn for, in my opinion. So that's a little bit behind my readings and what I'm doing here at Penn Tarot. So, with that, let's begin. We're going to start with Aries as usual. And we're going to do a little timeless 4-card spread and find out what is currently on your mind, Aries. What messages do the cards have for our Aries collection? Collective. Okay. What's going on with you, Aries? What messages do the cards have for you? What messages do the cards have for Aries today? What messages do the cards have for our Aries collective? What messages do the cards have for our Aries collective today? Let's find the right cards. Let the right cards come out for Aries. What messages do the cards have for our Aries collective today? And we have the 3 of Cups. Let's have a look-see here. Aries, this with the 7 of Swords here. What I'm seeing is somebody coming back into your life. They're wanting a new beginning. We have the Three of Cups, we have the Knight of Swords, we have the Ace of Wands, and we have the Seven of Wands as the outcome. Seven of Swords. I've been doing that a lot lately, but I am interpreting the cards right, but every now and again I might say the wrong suit. So apologies for that. But I guess it happens. The Three of Cups here is definitely speaking to me about a reunion. The Knight of Swords as your external energy is showing me somebody that is coming in full gusto. The Ace of Wands I don't normally see as, say, always an intimate card, but in this situation I'm definitely seeing it as the shadow energy of say an intimate reunion. That's the intention. That's the intention of this person. And with the outcome, the Seven of Swords, this can either be that their plan fails and that you're awake to the reasoning behind the reunion, that it's maybe more lusty than actual good intention. So their plan might fall apart. But if this is the case and you can't see through it, then the Seven of Swords could easily mean that at the end of the day you get hurt. But I definitely see there is a warning here that the person coming in does not actually have the best intentions, the most honorable intentions, put it that way. So it's up to you where, let's say, this energy approaches you and your decisions that you make, because I definitely do see a reunion here. I don't always see the Three of Cups as a reunion card either. It can represent quite a few things, but in this layout I'm seeing here somebody that's going to rush in, have bad intentions, and then they're going to rush out. But somehow this plan is going to fall apart. It's either not going to be a good plan for you, or their intention is going to work out, and that I do believe is ultimately your decision, is how intimately you're allowing them into your life again. That is the message I have for you today, Aries. It's a word of caution. Expect an approach imminently. Okay, energies. Obviously a lot of passion with the fire energy, the wands. We have Aquarius energy here. And we have Cancerian energy, cups and swords. So Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. And that's the message I have for you today, Aries. I'm tempted to say, let's have a look at what they're doing. But I think let's leave that for a different spread. We're just going to go quickly through our zodiacs as usual with a 4-card spread for each person. But let's just take out one card for this person. Okay. The 10 of Pentacles. That's actually a good card. So they might have a lot going for them. They might seem like a good investment. They might have it all together. This is Earth energy, and it's a Virgo energy. Virgos are normally very good with their money. So Aries, you might be dealing with a Virgo Earth energy, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Could be any, but this person definitely does have their life together. So I do really feel a little bit of player energy there. Okay, let's move on to Taurus. Taurus, what messages do the cards have for you today? What is your current situation that you're facing? What messages do the cards have for you today, Taurus? What is the current situation that you are dealing with? And thank you for clicking on Penn Tarot. Messages for Taurus today. Messages for our Taurus collective. Okay, we're going to take that Queen of Wands because she was mostly out. Okay. In your magnetic energy, attractive and feeling good about yourself, Taurus. I'm getting the sense of, well, silence. The Hanged Man, the High Priestess, your shadow energy is showing thoughts of the past memories. The Queen of Wands also does have this sort of dreamy appearance. She is in her own world. She's always looking out, very comfortably seated. It's the energy of feeling good and knowing what you want is coming your way. Even if it takes a while. I mean, patience is not really a strong suit of the fire signs, but I'm definitely picking up a sense of self-control, like patience and waiting, which is kind of very fitting for a Taurus. We have the Hanged Man in the external energies, and I feel like there's a situation or a person who you are well aware of is, say, withdrawn. This could be easily somebody from the past, because that's where your subconscious is sitting, and you're very much in your subconscious. I would say, Taurus, that you are on the right track here. There's no negative energies. It's coming across as very understanding. It's like you are waiting on somebody to come forward, to come out of their shell, to give you an answer, information. It could really be about anything. It could be a family member. It could be an intimate partner. I'm not seeing work related here at all. And with the High Priestess as the outcome, it clearly tells me that you are on the right track. You're trusting, you are attracting, and you have a lot of self-control in this situation. So I'd say keep on listening to your inner voice. That's your trust. Whatever you are currently intuitively believing of the situation, trust that. It's pretty straightforward. Okay, let's have a look at the energies. Obviously Pisces is here. Pisces, Scorpio. So we'll just say Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. Heavy Pisces energy, and then of course Aries, Leo, Sagittarius with the Queen of Wands. Let's pull out one little flyer. Okay, Queen of Cups. This could be a friend. This could be a friend or a female family member. Again, Cups energy, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. There is a seemingly, I can't say it's stagnant, but there's a period of silence here. You're not talking, but you're understanding of one another. And maybe that is your message, is to confirm that you are on the right track in this relationship. You're giving it space, and you know they'll come forward. Okay, highly intuitive connection, deeply emotional connection, and that's the message I have for you, Taurus. Let's move on to Gemini. Sorry, Gemini. I'm very sorry, Gemini. Okay. Hopefully, welcome back to my Gemini collective, and thank you for your continued support. My sister sign across the bridge, Gemini and Sagittarius. So it makes a lot of sense to me that currently I'm getting a lot of support from my Gemini collective. And I appreciate the encouragement. Right, Gemini, what is your current situation and how are you managing it? What is the outcome? What is the underlying factor that you may or may not be looking at? Okay, hard work, knuckling down. Repetition is mastery. So, let's see the rest of the message. Oh, I'm going to pop that there. And I'm going to take out this King of Swords. Okay, I'm straight away. I'm getting, obviously here, with the 8 to Temperance, there's a lot of self-mastery. The external influence, Knight of Swords, it's charging in. So be expectant of a no-nonsense communication. Your shadow energy, King of Swords, I'm definitely seeing this as your energy, deep thinking. It's in the shadow, so maybe tending to go a little towards overthinking. And then we have the Temperance. All about finding the balance, having the patience, the really the light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, look at that sun rising in the background. There's that road leading directly to that rising sun. A new day. Balancing all the elements. Whatever it is that you are really working hard on, trying to master, it's becoming maybe even tedious. You know, when you see that work piled up by you, and you slowly plodding through the process, it can be quite tedious, but there's a commitment and a determination here that motivates you to carry on, Gemini. Just to keep your head down and keep going, because there's awareness that you are almost there, and it's a very strong reading. I'd say imminent arrival of a straight talker. It's gonna be that key to unlock that mindset. You're very capable of being stable and mentally sound, and I caution overthinking, or say wanting to somehow manipulate the situation, maybe. That's a caution. But it's too strong, the other energies, to be a worry. So a very positive read. Sagittarius energy, Swords energy, air energy, Gemini, Libra, and I've just gone blank. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And we have Virgo here. Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Let's pull out a card for this external energy, this person on your mind, Gemini. Let's pull out a card and see what's happening with them. This person on Gemini's mind. Favorable approach. It does suggest emotional, but I do see this as good fortune, seeking favor. So I do see that connected to the Knight of Swords energy, as in an approach, something coming in, and it is straightforward, it is favorable. And we've got the Queen of Cups. High emotional IQ, or EQ, emotional intelligence. Okay, so you are, I would say, mirroring the situation. You will respond accordingly to the approach. Okay, and we're going to move on to Cancer. Let me just check if my microphone is on, because it has a tendency to turn off. And I do speak softly, and that that's just the way it is. Cancer, what messages do the cards have for you today regarding your current situation? And how are you managing your current situation? Thank you for clicking on Penn Tarot. I appreciate your support. What messages do the cards have for our Cancer collective today? A little bit stiff. Okay. What messages do the cards have for our Cancer collective today? What messages do the cards have for our Cancer collective? What is the current situation you're facing, and how are you managing it, Cancer? What messages do the cards have for our Cancer collective today? Okay, Cancer. Seven of Swords. It's the second time it's popped out today. This is telling me there is a lesson that perhaps you are not learning. Okay, so here we do have your energy, the King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. And that's in the shadow position. Cancer, there seems to me to be this energy that you find extremely attractive. You're very emotionally invested in this person. Unfortunately, there does appear to be a lot of conflict between you. The way the sun is looking over at the Seven of Swords energy is the dominant energy of the card. This could be a Leo that you're dealing with. Could easily be a Leo with the Five of Wands here. To me, they kind of seem open and welcoming, like they're coming forward as open and welcoming. But I do believe that this very attractive, warm energy is kind of scrutinizing you. It's got you kind of in a tiz. Either you are just not learning a lesson with this particular person, or I think it's related. Like the plans that you have made in your mind with this person is failing. It's not coming to fruition. And it's affecting your emotional stability. The outcome is this very competitive, nature, like the sparring. And I feel that as much as you want to get on the same page as them, there's actually a little bit too much conflict. Whether it's casual and just joking, or whether it is actual real competition between you and this person. I'm not seeing a favorable outcome with this situation here, this very attractive situation. I do believe that it's a lesson for you and your emotional stability, how you allow outer influences to affect your stability. So that's the warning here, is this person that you're dealing with, they affect your emotional foundation. I think I'm going to have an interruption soon. There might be an interruption coming in the reading. But as I've said, we have strong Leo here. Strong Leo energy, fire energy. We've got Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We've got Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And we've got Aquarius, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull out one little card here for you for what is happening with the sun situation. Who is the sun situation? Some clarity on the sun. Okay. Oh, Devil and the Four of Wands. Okay. This is Aries, Leo energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Capricorn here with the Devil. You know, when I looked at the sun for the first time, I got this double meaning behind it. I've never seen it that way before. The way the sun was looking at the Seven of Swords really got me thinking. And I'm kind of feeling the same energy. There's this false sense of security. This person, clearly their intention is for their own benefit. They're in it for themselves. And I do believe that they're putting forward this picture, this facade of it could be so stable, and we could be so free together. We could do this together, and we can build that together. But in reality, they don't. In their hearts, they want more control. They want to bend you to their will, and you can go that way, or you can go that way. But I do believe this is the front they're putting forward. But you can do this for yourself by being aware of who this person is. That's how I feel about the situation. This is a very big lesson for you here. And as I always say with the Four of Wands, it's trust the process. See it for what it is. And then decide how you want to move forward in such a situation. And that is the message I have for you, Cancer. Okay, on to Leo. Oh, excuse me, it's early morning. There are a lot of noises about. Leo, what messages do the cards have for you? What is the current situation you are dealing with? And how are you managing it? What messages do your Arcana popped out there? Strength card. What messages do the cards have for Leo today? You're out of sorts, Leo. Or you're out of sorts. Two to the Three of Swords. Chariot in reverse. And the Six of Pentacles in the shadow. This is just not an easy spread. You're trying to work out how you can be there for, I think you're looking at how you can be there for somebody that's going through a very challenging situation. That's how I read this message. Is Two of Swords, your current energy. You're going within and you're having a look at the situation for what it is. You're not being influenced by external influences, influenced by external influences, but you're not listening to the noise of outside. You have a big decision to make. You're looking at the risks. There's something that didn't work out. There's major defeat here. This is major defeat, and you're on the outside looking in as to, I believe, how you can help this situation. The way I see it is, it's such a deep dive because you may not have at your disposal everything you need to assist in the situation. But the determination is there, and the want is there, and so you're going and you're going to figure it out. The Three of Swords in the outcome is very much the same energy as the Chariot here. This is a burdensome situation. This is it's a very heart-sore situation. So what I see for you currently, Leo, is that you yourself are not, I don't see personally affected by this situation. However, you are at a place where you can see it for what it is. And so you are currently trying to currently trying to figure out how you can ease the burden. I see that there aren't many answers available. It's just that it's just a difficult situation, and it has to be recognized for what it is. And so there's a certain amount, I believe, of restrictions. But never underestimate that power of just being a support to somebody. You might not be able to give them everything they need. You might not even be able to get through to them, but you're still there and you're still working on it. And your intention behind the situation is honorable. Okay, we've got lots of Libra energy here, a lot of balancing the scales, contemplation. We have Taurus energy and we have Cancer energy. And we're going to pull out a card for this person, situation that is currently occupying your thoughts. Okay. The Ace of Wands could be that, look, they're facing a new beginning, and there's a promise of a new start. It's fire energy, Sagittarius, and Leo, and Aries, and it's a very promising card compared to the spread. So I really do believe that sometimes we have more to offer than we really believe. And I do believe that you've got a lot to offer with the Six of Pentacles in the shadow. So don't overthink the situation. And support is not always material. And that's the message I have for you, Leo. We're moving on to Virgo. Virgo. Just check my microphone's on. Okay, it's back on. I don't think it really has a long-term effect. I think the light goes off, but I don't like the fact that it turns off. I don't think it changes the audio quality, but it's not the best audio quality, so I'm trying to be aware of that. Thanks for clicking on Penn Tarot today, Virgo Collective. I appreciate you, and I appreciate your support. Today we are looking at your current situation and how you're managing it. What messages do the cards have for you today, Virgo? What messages do the cards have for our Virgo Collective today? Messages do the cards have for our Virgo Collective today? Your current situation and how you are managing it. Oh. Okay, we've got all these cards dropped out. They're a little bit similar to Leo's read, so we'll just have a look at it. There's a situation that's happened where you felt betrayed and you lost respect for this person. And this might be the wake-up call you needed. Like, you just might have needed a bit of a wake-up call. So that's the way I see it, as a situation of betrayal where you lost respect. Oh, goodness. Virgo, what messages do the cards have for you today? Our Virgo Collective. What messages do cards have for our Virgo Collective today? Your current situation, Virgo, and how are you managing it? Okay, we've got the Four of Pentacles. This is Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. I don't know if you got this recently, but Four of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles came out the other day. There's a situation that you're investing in. You're not going in big. This doesn't seem like the most secure place to invest. With the Eight of Swords, there's a problem here. There could have been past betrayal between you, which is funny because those other cards came out talking about betrayal. In your shadow is a card of dishonesty. Two of Wands in reverse is not an honest energy. So either you are not seeing the situation for what it is and you still want to invest, or you're picking up dishonesty. And that might be why you're playing small. The outcome is the Ten of Pentacles. So your small investment is going to pay off. In the long run. And I find that very confusing because the situation is one of betrayal. The shadow is one of, say, a deceitful energy, a dishonest energy. There isn't the truth here. And yet you show growth. Let's pull out one card for this external influence. External influence in Virgo. Let's read, clarify this Eight of Swords. Okay, this is putting up a front. This is like pretending that everything's good. We've got two twos here. But they're both in reverse. Virgo, I think you've got to go deep within. You've got a choice to make with these twos here, and I think you can see the situation for what it is. There's an inner knowing that you're not maybe willing to look at. You might be a little bit stubborn. And here again with the Two of Pentacles in reverse. This person is maybe, okay, so this makes a little more sense now with this Two of Pentacles in reverse, is that this person is, there's a sense of betrayal around this person. They might be the one that experienced betrayal and now they're putting on a happy front. They're pretending it's okay. You sensing this false front. When you acknowledge it, I believe when this energy is rectified, when you address the hidden truths that you both have hidden truths. When you express that, there'll be an opportunity to build bigger, and it can be successful. When you address those unspoken truths, there needs to be a coming together and sharing the unpleasant, and by doing so you can actually have a better, more promising outcome. And let's have a look at the energies. Okay, we have Capricorn, Taurus, and sometimes these just go from my mind. Capricorn, Taurus, and yourself, Virgo. I'm sorry. Okay, so we've got strong earth energy here. It could well be related to a work situation. Maybe it's a work partner. And this is more of an institution that you're building, an organization that you're building. Okay, and that's and Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. That is the message I have for you, Virgo. I'm sorry it was a little bit jumbled, but it was not a straightforward message. Okay, we're going to move on to Libra. Thank you for clicking on Penn Tarot today. Thank you for your support to the channel. I really appreciate you, and I want to see the channel grow. And that means all of us. As long as we get to 50, we can live stream. And to me, that is enough of a milestone to read for a little community, to go live. If I don't reach 50 subscribers, I might just have a look at some of the software so that we can set up little live streams for a smaller community. But that's in time, and it takes time. It takes time to build a community and the right community. Let's move on to Libra. Libra, what messages do the cards have for you today regarding your current situation and how you're managing it? What messages do the cards have for you today, Libra Collective? Oh, we're not even going to look at that many cards. Okay. That was a little bit of a messy shuffle, but we got through it. I'm going to do that. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Okay. Got the Hermit. Page of Cups. Gosh, Libra, I think this was... I'm trying to think. Gemini's reading, maybe? Okay. Let's not get distracted. Let's have a look at the message that is here. Libra, there is this sense of withdrawal and finding clarity within. It's a mental clarity. It's gaining wisdom, gaining an understanding. With that being said, we have you in reverse here. Your major arcana is in reverse in the shadow position. And I just wonder, are you neglecting yourself in this epiphany moment that you're having? There's 3 major arcanas in a 4-card spread. Libra, there is say somebody's coming forward with a pleasant offer. Something is coming out of the blue. You're not expecting it. Things have not really been, say, smooth sailing. And this lovely little favorable offer is coming forward. I say little because not a big energy. It's a very sweet, humble, lowly kind of, say, heartwarming energy. And then we have the world as the outcome. I do believe, Libra, that you're making good progress. You maybe you are taking the initiative in a situation that needs direction. I see here you are taking responsibility and direction for a situation. Like, you have a clear path where something should be going, where it should be leading to. The external factors are favorable, but compared to your energy, you really are initiating this, could we say, a transition. There's something changing here, and mentally you are very alert, you're very aware, you have this figured out. And good for you, because this is going to go well. There's going to be a completion of cycles. There's going to be an upgrade of your current position where you are currently. You're moving up in the world. You've gained some experience. You've learned your lessons. You've reached a place of mastery here. However, don't neglect yourself in this process. don't see others as being more important than your role here. Don't play down your role. Don't get in your head too much. You already know the direction. It doesn't need to be pondered over anymore. However, and the time is now. The opportunity has come up. Don't neglect yourself, because then this is a hollow victory if you're neglecting yourself. Because there's a completion of cycles here, and there's leveling up. It's a great understanding. So don't play yourself down in this situation. And that is the message I have for you, Libra. Don't play yourself down. You've got the right approach to lead. You can totally direct this situation. Don't neglect yourself. Don't play yourself down. Don't think that others are in a better position than you, or your position is coming. Let's take a card for this external one. Okay, so this is a plan that fails. It's an external situation. So, as I say, trust you. Trust your vision, and you can complete this cycle. You can learn all the lessons, and you can come out stronger. Learning lessons. And I think the biggest thing is about who you are, what you are, where you stand. That is the biggest lesson. You have to see yourself in that power position to really achieve it. I hope that message makes sense. If ever I give a message and it doesn't make sense, please feel free to put a comment in the comment section and ask me about it. Okay, we have Aquarius, strong Libra. We have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and we have Virgo with the Hermit. Strong cards. I think, I'm hoping that makes sense to you. If you're feeling small, if you're feeling other people are better and have it more together than you, that's just not the truth. It's not the truth of the situation. You need to speak better to yourself. This message is for Scorpio. Scorpio, you might be leaving something in the past, or struggling with something in the past. Definitely past energy there, but we don't want past energy. We want past energy to be in the past. Scorpio, what is your current situation? How are you managing it? And basically, what message does the cards have for you today? What messages do the cards have for our Scorpio collective? Thank you for clicking on Penn Tarot today. I appreciate you being here. It's actually, you want to chat today. But let's find the right card to start off your message. Find the cards. Scorpio, what messages do the cards have for you today? What is your current situation and how are you managing it? Messages for Scorpio collective today. Okay, 7 of Wands. called it the Seven of Swords the other day. Okay. Okay, Scorpio, what I'm seeing here is you're very protective against somebody that might not be the most honest person. There's a lot of love in this situation, and there is honest intention as our outcome. But you're going through turmoil and you're feeling the need to say, I could put barriers up. This might have been something you found out recently. Somebody that really meant a lot to you, the Empress. This is the Divine Mother. When she's upside down, there is deception. There is something like a truth has been revealed and is very complicated and it's not very favorable. And so you personally struggling with this. You might even be trying to defend them, but I do see the defenses are up and it's not the outcome anybody would have expected. I feel like it's taken you by surprise and left you feeling like you need to protect yourself. You need to be guarded. There's turmoil and it's current. So I believe it's something you found out recently. Temperance in the shadow, it means that you really are trying to find a solution to this complex matter. It's like, I think you are torn between, say, caring and not wanting to care. There's still a need to try and fix the situation. You're not ready to walk away yet. And I feel like because it's in the shadow, you might not be completely aware of it. This need to heal, need to fix the situation. I definitely feel that you're pulled in two directions. I think you're like, I don't care, yes I do care. You are going to be able to, say, find a mutual agreement on this. Like you are going to come up with a new way forward. What I'm seeing is the two cups becoming one. I think that you are struggling at the moment to forgive somebody. It's a situation you don't want to end. And I think you're going to find it in yourself to extend that cup of love to this person, even though they've hurt you. There's obviously a strong bond here. I don't see it as a new connection. I'm seeing like a shifting of the situation through your own mental and physical hardship. I don't really see the person that you're dealing with is really taking much action. I think this is all up to you. Let's have a little look-see at them. Okay, the 9 to the 10. 9 to the 10 of swords. So, air energy here. Gemini energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Again, it is from worry and doubt to a new phase. Can you see that? Worry and doubt and challenges and barriers and protections, and then the transition to a new day. So this has not been an easy situation by no means, but both these cards promise a turn in events, a shifting of perspective, a new day, a new start, and emotionally a new start, and mental transition, mental clarity, seeing things with a new perspective, willing to start a new cycle here. So as I said, Gemini energy, Cups, Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces, Sagittarius strong, Libra, Gemini, and some Leo here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And that's the message I have for you today, Scorpio. This challenging situation, I believe you want to work through it, and I believe that you're doing that healing whether you realize it or not. There's forgiveness on the way. Moving on to Sagittarius. What messages do the cards have for our Sagittarius collective today? What is the current situation that you're facing, and how are you managing it, Sagittarius? What messages do the cards have for our Sagittarius collective? Thank you for stopping in, Sagittarius. I do appreciate your support. What messages do the cards have for our Sagittarius collective today? We're going to take them. If they want to come out, they want to come out. If there's lots, I'll put them back, but if there's 4, I think I need to have a look and work with them. Okay, a lot of earth and fire here. We've got Capricorn, we've got Aries, a lot of cardinal energy, and we've got Leo, and obviously that's all fire for Sagittarius. Sagittarius, what I'm seeing for you is that it's a slow but stable shift to your new environment. This came up for you in the last read, this Four of Wands, and this is your outcome now. So 2 fours, 5 of Wands. It's not an easy time for you. There's the sense of a lot on your mind, insomniac, worry and caution. We've got the Four of Pentacles, which is showing me that you're holding on to what you have, and you're only willing to give out a little bit if necessary. And I can see why, because the energy around you is quite crazy. It's chaotic. There's this competitive edge to it, and it's a little bit of a struggle for you to see movement, like to see, say, an investment that's worthy. And with the Knight of Pentacles in the shadow, the Knight of Pentacles is all about movement. A slow movement. Well, the Knights are all about action, and this is a slow moving energy. Virgo energy, perhaps. But nonetheless, it's in your shadow and it's on your mind. Whether something is taking too long, or it's actually feeling stagnant. But I do see in this message that you've got something you're working on, little bit by little bit, and you're not getting a heck of a lot of support around you. In fact, you're getting a lot of, say, pushback. And you're looking at it and you're thinking, how long is this going to be? How long am I going to go through this? Because you can't see the movement yet. However, Sagittarius, your outcome is very promising. It is telling you to trust this process. Even if it feels slow, sluggish, not even moving currently, you've just got to plod on. You've just got to stop, say, overthinking it and just go with it. If that's the pace of it, then move with that pace. Don't be fighting against it, because the cards are telling you to trust. You're moving away from the conflict and towards the safe space, the promised sanctuary, put it that way, a place of peace and harmony and abundance and community. So the cards are telling you, carry on, invest, go with the flow at this pace, but in that Knight of Wands energy, just be persistent. Just plod along and do it, and you will reach your destination. As long as you have that destination in mind, it's reachable, but we can't always be, okay, that is quite a clear card there. It's not on the same page. You are moving away from an external influence that is not on the same page as you, and you're moving more towards a stable environment. It's not easy. It's going to make you worry, but you've just got to remind yourself that you're on a journey. Remind yourself that as long as you have that vision, you will eventually get there. It's not going to happen overnight. And that's the message I have for you, Sagittarius. We had the Two of Cups in reverse, which was a confirmation, clarifier for this external energy. So you're definitely not on the same page as somebody right now, and you're moving away towards something that is more aligned with you and your wanted stability and peace and harmony. Good times ahead. Trust it. Okay, we have Capricorn, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus energy here. And some maybe Cancerian energy, a little bit of maybe some movement. The Two of Cups in reverse. That's the message I have for you today, Sagittarius. And we are moving on to Capricorn, the greatest of all time. What messages do the cards have for you today, Capricorn? What is the current situation you're facing, and how are you managing it? Your current situation, and how are you managing it? Messages for Capricorn Collective. Thank you for clicking on Penn Tarot today. I appreciate your support. Messages for our Capricorn Collective today. What messages do the cards have for our Capricorn Collective? Let's check my microphone is still on. Okay. I quite like it when two cards come out together. Not gonna lie. Gives a little more depth. Okay. Capricorn, in your current position, you are feeling very sentimental. You have you're looking back. It's quite interesting because we have the Eight of Cups in your external energy, and this is somebody who is walking away from what is really ultimately a good setup, but it's just not completely fulfilling to this person. And there's that person there. So I do believe this is something that happened a long time ago. And for a very long time, you've been carrying that with you. Just plodding along through life with that in the background. It was, let's say, it was a very impactful departure. It had a huge impact on your life. And since then, you've been carrying it with you. This is Capricorn energy right here. We have Scorpio, Pisces energy here, and we have a big transitional phase. With this being in your external influence, I can believe that you've been contacted by this person, or perhaps you've been thinking about contacting them. The blockage is the pain, the betrayal, that heartache that you're carrying, that's stopping you from maybe having any actual physical communication. This may be that this person is reaching out to you, but it is actually too painful for you to face. Roles can be reversed. I do believe that if there is somebody from your past that is trying to make an appearance in your life again, you're not going to recognize it. In other words, you're not going to put any effort in towards it. You're thinking about it a lot, but you're deciding to not give it any time. You're not going to make any time for this person. I see that as no closure, and that's a struggle for you. There is no closure here. It's just painful and you're carrying it. It's very important to you because it's showing up. And you're dealing with it in your own way. You're not letting go of it yet. You're not ready to let go of it yet. And it's causing you to it's causing discomfort, but you play it down. So your outcome is that if this person makes an effort to come towards you, you are not going to make any effort to welcome them in, put it that way. You still have a lot of pain to deal with. And you know what? Healing is not just a light switch. You don't just turn it on and off. It is in everybody's own time, and that needs to be recognized. When you are ready to deal with it, you will. But for as long as you don't, you will have that pain. Temperance was kind of in reverse. This is a process, and I feel strongly that this person that you're dealing with, they kind of feel powerless in this situation. You know, what's done is done. If you did something, you did it, and then you can't just come back and expect a sorry to just change everything. It's a process, and I do believe here that this is not the end. I think the Temperance is promising. You know, it's a promising card. I believe that healing will come, but just not yet. We have Sagittarius. We have Capricorn, and then we have Virgo and Taurus. We have Pisces and Scorpio, and Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, but strong Libra. That's what I see here for you, Capricorn. Time will tell. Time will tell, Capricorn. And we are moving on to Aquarius. Aquarius. A bit of stuck in the past there, maybe, Aquarius. With the death in reverse. Not fully making that transition through the void. Looking back. Anyway, we don't get stuck in the past here at Penn Tarot. We are always looking to move forward. Aquarius, what is your current situation and how are you managing it? What messages do the cards have for you, Aquarius? What messages do the cards have for Aquarius? What is your current situation and how are you managing it? And I'd just like to thank my Aquarius Collective for joining me today and clicking on Penn Tarot. Your support is appreciated. What messages do the cards have for Aquarius? Okay, we are looking at the Five of Pentacles, King of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Ten of Swords. Aquarius, I'm straight away seeing like a missed opportunity that you are struggling with. I think that this is a case where you feel kind of abandoned by this King of Cups energy, emotionally unfulfilled. It's leaving you feeling pretty, let's say, I don't want to say in need, but you're kind of feeling destitute. And your concern seems to be there wasn't enough effort, there weren't enough resources. This is very much an earth energy, and then we have your person is very much in a cups energy, so they're all about emotion, and you kind of seem to be looking at the material, like what's around you. I'm getting a strong feeling that you don't feel that you're being provided for like externally. Your material needs are not being provided for. I'm getting the strong feeling that somebody is speaking all the right things, they say all the right things, they promise emotional stability, and yet you feel that, let's say, there's not action enough. There's no action. There might be a lot of promises, and it sounds good, it looks good, but it's lacking. Like you could be struggling with somebody or something, and there is an external person that is saying, you can do this, well done, you have it. And it's like, well, it's not as easy as you can do it. like, well, I reject that kind of thinking right now because I actually need like some money or a job or a place to stay, or like talk is talk but walk the walk. Ten of Swords in the outcome. Okay, so this is a breakthrough card. This is promising the new day. I get the strong impression that the new day is a new way of thinking and perceiving things. Like your breakthrough will come when you look at things with a different perspective. And you know, I can't help but say that I've been through something similar where, you know, you may feel abandoned, but there's something that you have to remember, like we have expectations on others to fulfill a need within ourselves, and we need to take responsibility for so much more in our lives. And I'm not saying your expectations are too high, but what I'm saying is our gratitude is also important. Like, look at what help is coming in, and look what help is available, and look at what resources there are. Sometimes we can focus on the negative a little bit too much, get into the stagnant energy, you know, feel like nothing's moving, nothing's happening, there's just delays and obstacles, and maybe this person is their message to you and their teaching is gratitude. Like, appreciate what was in your life, what has been given to you. I think when you start focusing on that new perspective, that is when it's gonna, that breakthrough is coming, and you're gonna have that moment when you're like, aha, that's my new direction. Until you learn, I really do feel about gratitude and focusing on the good things, like the cup being half full. That's when this transition can happen in your life, this breakthrough, this end of like a difficult, stagnant time. Yes, truly, there's victory in that mindset. That's the message I have for you. There's victory in the mindset of gratitude. It will bring in this new phase for you. That's what I have for you, Aquarius. And we are on to Pisces. Pisces, I'd like to wish you all a happy birthday. Not just my daughter. All Pisces, happy birthday to you. And especially, of course, to my daughter, who I'm not with today. She's far away. And I just want to say I love you and miss you. Pisces, what is your current situation that you're facing, and how are you managing it? What message do the cards have for you today, Pisces? Thank you for clicking on Penn Tarot, and I appreciate your support. What messages do the cards have for our Pisces collective today? Messages for our Pisces collective today. Oh. Okay, we have got the Justice card. And then we have Temperance. Temperance, you've been showing up a lot today. And wow, what a collection of cards. 2 major arcanas and then 2 court cards. That's very interesting. Pisces. This could be your energy. Cups energy. The Knight energy. Could be Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. In your shadow there. Okay, we have swords raised, seated, beginning and end. This is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy right here. Sagittarius and Libra. So strong Libra in your reading today. Strong air in your outcome. There is a situation that you're finding more of a logical answer to, and your external energy, which is matching you, is just as strong, it's just as balanced, is the Temperance, but they take a different approach to things. Temperance is about looking, say, beyond the ego and moving more towards the spiritual, the soul experience, whereas Justice is more, it's more logical and linear and grounded. But both coming up with the same, let's say the same mindset. I'd say you're very much on the same page as your external influence, the person or situation that is you're currently dealing with. You're on the same page, but you're going up, you're reaching it by, say, different roads. There's a very clear, well thought out plan that you are both heading in towards together. I do definitely see a lot of not just complementary, sort of compromising energies, working together, very balanced, all for, say, the greater good. You have the same intention here. You're just going about it in different ways. Pisces, I'd urge you to speak your mind. Pisces, you can tend to keep things quiet and sort of harbor your thoughts until you're ready to speak. But when the opportunity comes, don't say, speak around or say what you think the person wants to hear right now. Speak openly and clearly. Get your message across to your person, because they're on the same page. They might look like they're going about it different ways, but they're honestly on the same page. So my strong message from the cards today that I'm picking up is that you're on the same page with somebody, and when the opportunity comes, speak freely, speak clearly, speak with love, and you will find that you're actually on the same page. Whatever it is you're working for is very stable. It's it has a lot of promise to it. It's very logical. It's a well thought out plan. So I do believe that if you speak your mind, you're going to have a lot of say in the outcome, because this is that logical mindset, and this is more the sort of ethereal approach. Person you're dealing with, maybe going through a little bit of change of heart. They might have in the past always demanded things be their way or the highway, and now they're finding that bridge of compromise. Speak your mind. I do believe that your message is going to come out. You're going to find a logical answer, and something that you'll both be in agreement on. So don't think that by saying what you think they want to hear, or you're not ready to speak yet. Speak what's on your heart in the right time with the right approach, and it's going to work in your favor. Queen of Cups, Pisces energy, intuitive. So what I see is this external influence is more in a Pisces energy than you are currently. I really do feel mirroring, a picking up of energies, an understanding. It's beautiful, actually. There's love, a lot of love, but you are not going about it in that mind frame. You're building a solid plan, and I can only think for the future. So, as I said, Libra, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Aries, Gemini, Libra, and Sagittarius here in your message. And that's the messages for today. Come to a close. I hope you enjoyed them. I hope you press that like button. And if you're new, please hit that subscribe so that we can build a collective of 50 subscribers, and we can start live streaming. And that's all I have to say today, and I appreciate you, and I hope to see you next time. And until then, stay blessed.